Okay, and we're back with Dick Branch, who is not Don Morgan, and he is presenting
Lucky
Morgan's,
you.
I'm not.
Lucky. Yeah.
He's presenting Morgan's Minute today, a little update from the financial world. Welcome, Dick.
Well, welcome to me, and thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure to be
And
here.
what is Don's excuse? Is he off to
It's,
Europe or something?
He had the doctor's appointment, and he has to do that funny thing,
Well,
get on a treadmill and
Lord,
see how things are
I have
working.
my physical
He's
next
fine.
week. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, so what have you brought to us today to
Well, one of the
enlighten
questions
everyone?
that we continually get is, what should we be doing in the current markets? And obviously that's...
Don't look, that's my
yeah, it depends so much on people's individual circumstances and their risk tolerance and what their goals are and all of that. But one of the simple answers that we have is that everybody thinks in terms of the markets as bears and bulls, but there's actually a third animal. We actually have bunny markets as well. And the bunny markets really are
Did
where
you just pull this out of the hat? I'm sorry.
Oh, can I use that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
It's,
Please, take it away.
It's just the bunnies hopping up and down, but essentially the markets seem to go sideways. And an example of that was in 2011. The markets were really flat. And to a certain extent, what we've have been seeing over the last year, and although this year was down significantly in the first couple of months and now back up again. But one of the things that works particularly well, and what I really wanted to talk about, was the concept of dividend investing. Dividends merely being income that you get off of your stock holdings, and you can own those through individual stocks, you can own them through mutual funds, you can own them through exchange traded funds. So you can accomplish a lot of the same things.
So what are the options besides let it ride?
Well, with dividend investing, the interesting thing about it is that you can take advantage of the power of compounding. Albert Einstein famously said...
He's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah, he famously said that compounding was the eighth wonder of the world. And what happens with dividends, if you're letting them compound or, in essence, buy more shares, you can significantly impact the value of a portfolio, and it's the ultimate total return that you get from that portfolio. You can also use them just to provide current income. So people that are retired oftentimes will use their dividends. In the last many years, that's been a better way to create income as opposed to banks and interest, because interest has been so low for so long. So it's a great way to do that. That power of compounding is really extraordinary, though, because you can take the value of a stock and reinvest the dividends, and through DRIP programs and other things, you can do it at virtually no cost, and you acquire more shares. So over time, you end up with more value. You can take that as income. You can take it as just increased value in retirement. So there's a lot of options and choices.
I have a godson who was interested in finance, and I sat down with him and found a couple of good references online to show him how compound interest works. He was very excited.
Yeah, it's really interesting. One of the things that we use as an illustration is we'll oftentimes ask people, and particularly young people, because they're enamored with money. So we say things like, well, if I'll give you a choice, I'll give you $1 million today, or I'll give you a penny that will double in value each day for 30 days. Which would you rather have, the $1 million today or the penny that will grow?
The penny.
Well, that's the right answer, but most people they'll rather have the $1 million. But when you actually sit down and do the number crunching, you find out that the penny turns into 2 pennies, turns into 4, turns into 8, turns into 16, and literally at the end of 30 days, it's worth over $5 million.
Yeah, I've seen a demonstration of that using markers on a chessboard.
Yes.
To make it to visualize it, and it is amazing how that works.
It's fantastic, and Einstein was right. Compounding's the way to go. So it's a way to really grow the value of a portfolio.
Especially if you can start young. And that's one of the things I don't know that we're doing very well these days. And because
we aren't.
We have moved away and are moving away probably to the luxury of counting on Social Security. And young people, I think of my kids and then my grandkids as they start to grow, that they're going to be more dependent on their investments.
That's so true.
30 years from now, 40 years from now, aren't they?
I was going to say, Spokane Teachers Credit Union, which is one of our sponsors, runs Money and Kids
a great
seminars,
program.
and I have my goddaughter is signed up for this a week from Saturday.
Any of those things that
class.
Parents and grandparents can take advantage of and get their kids and children enrolled. It's fantastic because at the end of the day, there's not a lot in our educational system that actually teaches people how
So
to
a
manage
little
money.
responsibility at home about teaching your kids to manage money, and we're getting a wind it up sign from over there. So
Yeah,
Dick,
because
it's
there's
been
a cute
it's
little
been a
cat
pleasure.
coming around the corner.
It's
Oh,
been a
yeah.
pleasure talking to you, but you've been bumped
Is
by
it
the
not
cat.
a bunny?
No, it's not,
Not
a
a
bunny.
bunny.
Okay, all
Not
right.
a
No
Well,
bunny.
rabbits out of the hat today.
It was a pleasure.
Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
It's my pleasure.
Tag on,
Thank
we
you.
might let him
Actually,
back.
he's pretty darn good. Maybe we'll have to have you come back more
I'll tell
often.
Mike I'll replace him. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Not Mike, Don. What am I saying?
Don, yeah, well, whoever.
Yeah.
Maybe Mike has replaced Don already.
Yeah, so the cameras make me nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll be back after this.